In this video, we are continuing on with our series of modernizing the MyListing property demo. So we're going to get caught up on what I've done since I last recorded a video, which was just earlier today. And we'll then discuss, what we're going to look at next. All right. So what I looked at since the last video was in order: pricing page, add listing page, the mini cart, the WooCommerce mini cart, the cart page, and then the checkout page. Okay, so let's look at the pricing page first. Of special note in here is just to show you the CSS for this. So we're going to go over to, well, actually, we'll look at the mini cart first because that's the easiest to look at. So that's up here in the header area. So we have an indicator that we have something in our cart. So this here has been styled up. I don't know if I can show you this on the, so this is the main MyListing demo. Let's go to their shop. Let's see here. We should be able to see this. There we go. Okay, so let's click on that indicator. So you see the difference here, rather than just like a dull gray button, which isn't a great call to action. We clean things up just a bit with this black button with a hover state. Okay, so just a minor change there, nothing big, but I wanted to point that out. Next up, let's do this in a different order, actually. Let's go to the full cart page now. So I'm going to go view cart. Okay, so this has been completely cleaned up and modernized, and then this is the MyListing demo. Okay, not bad, but super basic. And I keep saying it over and over. The pet peeve of mine, I don't like when this isn't a MyListing issue. This is WooCommerce. Lots of plugins and themes do this, but it's just the first letter is capitalized and the second one isn't. I just think that looks horrible, especially when it's on buttons. I don't understand that. Again, that's not a MyListing specific gripe of mine, but the CTAs aren't super, buttons in this case aren't super visible. So it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. So here we have a clear place to insert the coupon code, and then a clear button to apply the coupon. And then we have a clear button that's going to, update the cart. So let's go ahead and put in a coupon code. Apply it. We see that coupon taking hold over here on the right-hand side. I can't really show you over here because I don't know what coupons they have. So I can't really show you that, but we see that the coupon's already applied. There's unique styling on the remove link here. Okay, we can see that. Over here on the right-hand side, we have unique styling on the background of this cart totals box on the right-hand side. So we just made it our accent color, and then with a black button with a proper hover state on there for accessibility and all that good stuff. Yeah, so just cleaned up, modernized the cart page. Let's go ahead and proceed over to the checkout. Again, following similar design, really cleaning this up, turning this click here to enter your code, like turning that into an actual looking button. Okay, shortening the text, just making everything more concise and easier to understand. Click on that. This is all properly designed. Unique styling on the borders of all the input fields to our accent color. Okay. Link styling here on the privacy policy page link and terms and conditions link. Yeah, everything just buttoned up and styled really nice. Again, the before and after. All right. Next up is, so we did the checkout page. Let's look at the front-facing pricing page. MyListing demos do not have one, so I can't show you that. So I highly recommend that you have a front-facing pricing page, because how do people know what they're paying for if you don't have it? So we go to pricing, and there we go. And again, MyListing does not have this. What they do have in comparison is the add listing page. So a customer has to know to go to the add listing page. They have to know to click on one of the listing types. and then they get here. Okay, so now let's compare. Okay, completely modernized. We've got calls to action here to see what the plan features are, which opens in a new tab, drops you in here, and they can start going through and seeing what the listing features are. There's no guidance with the MyListing demo. There's no support page. The customers are completely on their own unless you know to create that page yourself. Yeah. Okay. Just completely modernized. Yeah. I think you can see that. Okay. The get started button here at the bottom, that just drops you right into the add listing process, which is the last thing I want to show you here in this particular video. So this has all been styled up. So this is what you would get with this MyListing demo out of the box. Uninspiring icons, the flipping nature of the boxes, which I don't like. It's pointless. So now we've just cleaned it up. We've got custom icons for those that clearly, like for sale, you've got a document, you've signed the papers, you bought the house. And then for rent, I actually need to fix the words here. I'll show you how to do that. I mean, it's nothing big, but with the demos, they did that where they put the first letter capital, but not the second. It drives me nuts. We may need to actually go into the listing type. Yeah, let's go in here. While we're in here, let's just do this. Here we go. Capitalize, and capitalize. Okay, refresh. There we go. So on the hover, we've got a border outline, just nice and clean. We don't have any of that. No need to flip the boxes. It's just a complete waste of time. But yeah, there we go. Choose your package. We have unique hover styling on the package. And we are good to go with those. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to cover in here. Yeah, and then, so the CSS. Let me also see if I had any other notes in here. Cart page was to show you the coupons, and I did that. Checkout page, pricing page. Okay, yeah, so it's all CSS. Let me show you that. So we go over to WP Code Box. And we have our pricing page CSS package. It only applies to if the page is the pricing page. Again, for performance reasons and for testing purposes, you can just toggle off the CSS package if you need to test something. Over to the cart page, again, CSS with conditions only applying to the cart page. Going over to checkout, same thing. Only if the page is checkout, apply the CSS. We've got an add listing flow CSS package that only applies if the URL contains add-listing in the slug, or if the page URL contains edit &job_ID, and that covers the instances and where people are actually editing their listing. All the styling is going to carry over. So it's got you covered 100%, whether somebody is adding a listing or editing their listing. All right, I think that covers it. That's the add listing flow, pricing page, checkout, cart. And the mini cart is actually styled in the global CSS package because it's part of the header. And the header is most likely going to appear on 99% of the pages on your site. So it has to be styled in the global CSS package. So scroll down here. We see the mini cart. Okay, so that's the CSS for the mini cart. All the WooCommerce messages that you see, whether it's an error message, it's informational, or informational, regular message, or an error, that is all also styled here in the global CSS package. So what that is when I go to view cart, and let's say I remove this item, this message right here is completely uniquely just designed. Again, these messages aren't just links. They're now made to look like buttons. Whereas with my listing, if we go over here, view the cart, remove the product, you're presented with that, and it's not pretty. It's not in brand. It's hard to see that this is an actual link. So before and after. So all of those types of messages are styled just like this. Okay. All right, guys, that is it for what I wanted to show you. And then I will just continue working through the to-do column, choosing what I want to choose to work on, and and I will update you as always. See ya.